Because let's go back to
her ass, Monica.
He created Backstreet Boys, had a couple years, and then he went, why is this feeling so vanilla, so southern? I need to create something that actually resonates with real people. He went behind Backstreet Boys' back, created NSYNC. NSYNC had more popularity in less time.
I love NSYNC. I think that they've always been like the people's boy band, and I am the people. So here we are.
It's time to play a game.
Yeah.
Head to head. Here we go. We call
I love
this one,
games.
Can you name them? All right. Can you name 3 NSYNC songs?
I can name 3 NSYNC songs.
Okay, we can name 4 Backstreet
We can name
Boys
5
songs.
Backstreet Boys
Okay,
songs.
well,
we can do 6.
Okay, can you do 7?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go.
Tearing Up My Heart, Bye Bye Bye, It's Gonna Be Me, Pop, No Strings Attached.
God must have spent a little more time on you. And
You lose.
Celebrity.
yes.
All right. That's 7.
Exactly.
That's 7.
Okay.
All right,
Cool.
guys, you win a brand nothing.
We won the love of
Yeah.
NSYNC fans across the world.
True.
And if you can name, if we forgot any of your favorites,
Yeah, how many can you name? Time yourself. 30 seconds. Give yourself 30 seconds by yourself at home
Larger
and see
than
how
life.
many.
Quit playing games with my heart. Incomplete. It's the shape of my heart. Sorry.
bye, bye, bye.
No, that's everybody.
Sprinting for the finish
It all
line.
starts, it all starts in the 90s. Lou Pearlman is this guy who creates this group. He's like, one's not enough, gotta have 2. So he puts them against each other. However, the Backstreet Boys, he made them audition. Like they all had good voices. The second group that he made, the one that came second, that was not as good, NSYNC.
Second place.
He sort of was just like pulling people like, okay, you know,
This guy's got
Justin's already
curly
on
hair.
this. Yeah, we
Oh,
need a
sure,
curly hair.
So sorry,
'Cause-
back check on that. NSYNC, they were actually all friends, whereas Backstreet Boy was like some kind of like chemistry creation he was
Yeah,
trying
but
to do.
but
there was
cut to now,
family.
they're all still friends. And guess who's the only person that did well? Justin Timberlake. And Lance, you're doing great, but not like Justin Timberlake.
I think Lance has an incredible career.
Where's
Backstreet
the
Boys, no,
Backstreet
Backstreet.
Boys?
Here's the thing:
Yeah.
Backstreet Boys is still together and performing, and they love each other and they're loyal. NSYNC can't say the same.
Well, they have to still keep performing because we don't remember them as well.
And
So
why
they have
can't
to
we
stay in the zeitgeist.
name a
What?
singer?
Still
We
performing
cannot
because
name
people
a
still wanna
single
buy
Backstreet
tickets.
Boy. Why is that?
What
Why
are
do
you
we know
talking
all
about? Yes, we
the
can.
NSYNC
Brian
That's a really
Littrell.
good point.
Hello.
You don't know who
Brian
Nick
Littrell,
Carter is?
not Nick Carter. Brian Littrell. Hello.
I didn't
Brian
even know Brian had
Littrell
a
had
last
heart
name, girl.
surgery.
Who?
He
He did?
not only was an amazing singer, but he survived. He's a
Oh.
survivor. And
Also,
as a
people
survivor
are going-
myself,
That's so
People are
awesome.
not going, Chris Kirkpatrick. Nobody
yeah,
says that.
Nobody cares.
I mean,
about,
I care about it because, you know, I dress up.
They're
as-
so iconic that they were shaded by Eminem. Chris Kirkpatrick, you get your ass kicked? Are you kidding me? We
Sorry,
weren't saying
I
that
don't-
about Brian.
I'm
And
sorry.
Eminem wasn't saying that about Brian.
That's
Well,
because they were second. And then
NSYNC
we
did not
paved the
have,
way.
and NSYNC did not have the vocals that Backstreet Boys has. Quit playing games with your heart. The greatest harmonies I've ever heard, and like I said, I felt that I was meeting God and seeing
I
angels in heaven. When I
Do
hear
people
that,
know
Quit-
the verses of Quit Playing Games with My
Yes,
Heart? People know the
everybody
words outside the
does.
chorus? I don't think so.
Try to do it.
You're
I
not
don't think I
allowed. We're
could.
not allowed. Legally, we're not allowed. But
You-
of course, I could do it. I could sing the whole
Also,
song.
you know what? If NSYNC was outside in the rain, they would melt.
But nostalgic. Let's go back to those nostalgic moments. I remember I went to an NSYNC concert in 2000 or 2001 in Oakland, and the textured shirts on NSYNC and like the hairstyles and like incredible dancing, absolutely incredible dancing. They like put on a show.
Yes,
Well, guys,
ma'am.
those
they
things
were,
are
they
all
were
orchestrated.
bantering back and
It's
forth.
an
and, like,
experience.
that's
but-
orchestrated.
Yeah, that's all
Backstreet
orchestrated
Boys?
by the same person who did the backs. We're like fighting,
Yeah,
but
they did it
He did it
better.
better.
so I
Yeah.
guess I have to give you that.
Does something good for your brain.
Yeah, you do.
Because they're in
Yeah.
sync with their clothes, their
Cool.
dancing, their
Yeah.
singing, their personality, and their pop culture impact.
okay, I gotta
Who
give
Backstreet
it.
Boys dated? What they did at
Backstreet,
the
but
VMAs?
you can't even have a conversation about NSYNC because without the Backstreet Boys, NSYNC doesn't exist. So
They don't have
how
rights.
can you not give them credit? Because without
We give them
the
an ounce.
Backstreet Boys,
We could give them an
NSYNC
ounce.
is nobody.
The NSYNC, I'll say it. The NSYNC. It was Justin Timberlake, and then the rest of them. It didn't feel cohesive in that same way.
And
Well,
that
did
is
you
not
know
a
that
good-
Justin
that's not a good-
Timberlake originally wasn't supposed to be like the main front guy? Like
Who was it supposed to be?
I think it was JC.
JC Chazé.
Yeah, and
He's still trying to be the front man today.
Yeah, and also
Poor JC.
Yeah.
I found there's like incredible footage
Yeah.
of NSYNC like behind stage and like on tour, and like someone's just holding the camcorder, and like they're so funny. Like actually to have had a reality show about them, like
They have
were
personality.
best friends. They were hilarious. JC was like literally roasting everybody. And then that NSYNC CD, I remember it like has the 5 of them all stacked next to each other and like the font up top. I had an NSYNC t-shirt, obviously.
For me, I think my life changed the day that I saw the Tearing Up My Heart video.
Oh my God.
When
God,
Justin
so good.
Timberlake
Love
came
that.
out in that tight ass white tank top, twirling around with a pack of Top Ramen to top that scalp, something in me activated and it never turned off. Homosexuality.
NSYNC had 3 very popular albums that
ma'am.
made an incredible impact. Backstreet Boys had, I don't know, a dozen that no one gives a shit about and are still making albums and no one cares or wants to know.
Wow.
And
I'm
I guess
sorry.
Jade went to the concert because she was bored and probably got it for free.
No, I'm sorry.
And
You rather have a little sprint than a marathon?
I really enjoy NSYNC's music.
But they
and I
don't.
enjoy
maybe
Backstreet Boys
because the
music
Backstreet
too.
Boys are actual musicians.
They're still
and
making music.
all they know how to do is make music
They've
and
grown.
be amazing, iconic
They both-
humans.
listen,
They both
then
went to
if they're-
Sweden.
If they're musicians, then why the music ain't hitting? And
It's
why we don't hear
hitting.
none of
You're
their
not
hits?
listening to it. You're not listening to it.
Also-
I would rather not be as famous and be an incredible harmonious boy band than to be whatever
I'm glad
NSYNC is.
I'm glad that we agree that they're not as famous as NSYNC, thus winning the battle.
Think about it. It wasn't like the Monkees. It wasn't like,
The
we're-
Beatles.
We're coming out of like that era of like serious musicians, and we're like,
Yeah.
you know what? Put down those instruments. Thrust your hips and make these
Shake
girls
that
down
ass in
that
an old
guitar.
baby
This
track
was
pant,
a boy
period.
band
Yeah,
era,
it
and
was.
it also
98
started
Degrees.
98 Degrees,
O-Town.
Hanson, like you
Oh,
said.
yeah, O-Town. Yeah. And we don't remember those guys. So, hey, they were the top 2. How about that?
It created this whole like boy band frenzy. Like we were watching a video earlier where it was live concert of NSYNC, and then it would cut to these girls' embraces, literally sobbing.
How about this?
representation
When
of,
it
like-
comes to like performances, right? So like Ariana Grande had a choice, right? Whose song I'm gonna sample? Am I gonna sample a Backstreet Boys song, or am I gonna
But
sample
they didn't
an
write
NSYNC
that
song?
stuff.
Well, let him
It
finish.
doesn't matter.
Let him
She
finish.
decided not only to sample NSYNC, but to then have NSYNC come up on her stage at Coachella. Backstreet Boys were.
They were busy performing at their
busy.
residency
And
all
probably
together.
visiting
Because they're
people in
going
the
to be
hospital.
forgotten otherwise. You know what I mean?
They'll
Like,
never be forgotten.
No, they don't make
No.
music that sounds
NSYNC
like
is
you're
one
ordering at the
guy.
drive-thru.
It's
I would
one
like some
guy who
larger
played
than life
guitar
fries.
while
do
Britney was
feel
on the
like
floor.
I
Ordering
feel
at
like
the drive-thru.
NSYNC definitely had more range also like within each album, from like those slow ballads to fast, which I feel like, again, I mean, your whole argument is going to be that NSYNC is a better take on Backstreet Boys, and that's true because they
Well, I
came
never
second.
said better.
Well,
I said
well,
it is
you're
a take.
you know,
It is
you're
a take.
saying that.
There's evolution.
I feel like they
The correct
had
one.
like a lot more different types of song styles, and that's one of the reasons why Justin was able to go out on his own, is because there was such like a strong sense of like, you know, they're pop. They're also slower ballads, and then
They got a little R&B
Yeah, they
moment
got
here, and they
R&B.
had Nelly on Girlfriend.
yeah, and then Justin was able to take off from that, which is honestly
There's some moments that
iconic.
feel a little iffy to me.
Let's talk about them live, okay? Because NSYNC, I feel like, put on such a they were better dancers. That's just, you have to
Absolutely.
say that.
Yeah.
And I think that when you look at them live, they're putting on a show.
Yes,
Their
ma'am.
cool personality is, when you look at Backstreet Boys, why are they all nervous? You literally look at footage back in the day, they're like stressed.
It's
They're
actually called
shy.
being humble.
Yeah, they're cute.
It's actually called being
Yeah,
humble
they're
and
cute
shy,
boys.
which
No.
is a beautiful attribute that I'm looking for in my potential future husband.
Yeah,
If
they're like
stress
look,
equals
I am
being
looking
humble,
for
I'm humble all the time.
humility.
you know what I mean? They're not
Humble as
too.
hell.
And
they're
that
not-
makes them hotter because they're like, I don't know, I'm so hot
I'm
and
cute,
cool.
like this.
Yeah. It's like, do
Yeah.
you would you rather have your guy be like a narcissist and be like, No.
Yes.
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 Well,
And
it's the
and I
90s.
want
What are
the
we
hits to hit.
doing?
Yep.
Then guess what? They're gonna be mean to you.
And when it comes to like iconic performances that are like memorable, I would say NSYNC and Britney Spears on the VMA stage, giving Schoolgirl, slamming lockers, which, by the way, if you haven't seen our Christina versus Britney Spears episode, you need to get into that right away because it was really good. We were really giving that episode.
It was good.
That performance left me balder than I am right now. Have you
It's to
ever
be
seen the Bye Bye
determined.
Bye
Oh
music
my
video? Are you serious?
God.
When they were running across that train, that woman standing up there, the iconic.
I know.
Sorry, I never
to
Literally,
me,
saw it. I
all
never
of that
heard of
eclipses
it.
everything you
Is
just
that
said.
the one where they break out of their dolls?
That is not that song.
No, but that's iconic. The other
That is
one,
not
they
that
had an
song.
HBO special where they like came out in these like robes, and it was so much drama. And then they pull it off, and it's like, yeah, the most iconic dancing. I would say NSYNC had the largest album first week with 2.4 million records sold that week,
Mm.
which was a record until Adele in 2015. Like
Never
that's
heard of her.
crazy.
Longevity,
Do you know how-
talent,
Well,
quality.
How
Adele,
crazy it is
the
for
band
someone
isn't
to
together
buy
anymore.
that much in 1
It
week.
took a long
That's
time for the record to be
crazy.
But you
broken.
guys,
Think
I'm
about
sorry.
what Adele has in common with Backstreet Boys. Both great singers.
You know what? Also, you can have hits, okay? You can be popular when somebody like Lou is marketing you and paying
Yeah.
the right people. But guess what? They're not a band anymore without Lou. And Backstreet Boys continues to travel
That's
and work
right.
together as a family.
Well, actually, sorry. They did have No Strings Attached was after Lou Pearlman.
Yeah, but then that's it.
Which is one of their biggest albums. And then everyone was
T.
like, we don't need to do this forever because a boy band should only be 3 years long.
I
It
will
shouldn't be a
say-
lifetime
re-
career.
That's a really good point.
I will-
actually.
I
don't
do-
think
well,
that boy
actually-
bands should go on for decades and
Thank you.
decades and decades.
Why?
I
Because
think-
you don't believe in friendship?
oh,
I don't
yeah.
believe in friendship.
You
I'm
guys
sitting here on the
heard
show
it.
fighting with your ass today.
You guys heard it here. Courtney does not believe in friendship.
does not believe in
Friendship is my
friendships.
brand.
Wait,
Alyssa.
I do have to give you guys this. You Just Got Paid is a pretty cool song. I
Yeah.
have to give you that. I think it's a fun, look, it's a fun song. And anytime, and I do remember the first job I ever had, whenever I would get my paycheck, I would play that song.
What do we think makes an iconic boy band?
Easy.
Oh,
Okay,
what
yeah,
are the
let's hear it.
ingredients?
You need vocal ability. You need fashion. You need to be able to dance. You need to be able to create impact within pop culture with a little bit of drama, maybe a little bit of sex appeal.
You just described the Backstreet Boys.
I
Yeah.
did.
No,
Where's
I
their
don't-
sex appeal?
No, I don't think so.
I said I would look at their picture every night.
They're all
Where's
dressed
their
the same.
worldwide sex appeal?
Yeah, they're all dressed the same. They're all in these like white coats. They're like boring. They could be in a church, no offense. And NSYNC actually had like style, broke through culture,
Yes.
created an icon, Justin Timberlake.
Even if they were mixed matched fashion wise, it still showed off their
You
personality.
guys, they didn't pick their outfits. Like, don't give it to them like that. They were all just like machine
Lou
made.
hired that stylist to pick their mixed match outfits, and
But
it
they-
still showed off their personality.
The reason why they were mixed match was because he had already made the Backstreet Boys.
and
So,
we
like,
were tired of it.
Here's what
Yeah.
you need to make a perfect boy band: beautiful harmonies, friendship. Period.
Powerpuff Girls?
No.
That's it.
Hey,
Okay.
Professor X, what is this?
I think you need something where people look at you and they go, oh my God, I have to buy tickets to that concert. I have to listen to that album.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
need to know more. I need the behind the scenes take. It's like the Swifties nowadays. You need this thing where people are like, oh my God, I have braces and I'm crying at your concert.
Yeah, like they need
Me.
to be
Which I
cute.
think NSYNC really had.
Yeah, they need to be cute, but like just cute enough that it's like still believable.
Obviously, there was like a natural rivalry between them, which a lot of them are actually friends in real
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
And I feel like it also kicked off like before that we had kind of boy bands, but not really. It like
Yeah.
really created this. They didn't write the songs themselves. They
Yeah.
were just like these googly icons for girls to go crazy for. And now it's paved the way for like BTS, One
Right.
Direction,
Oh,
all
Harry.
of these boy bands.
do
There
think-
is a model.
And I do think it's amazing that we had Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, because then there was 10 guys for us to choose.
Yeah,
and
that's
I think
true.
that's great.
Which
that we
flavor
were
do you
able to-
like?
yeah.
But you know what? They all kind of got sleepy for a bit. Like we didn't hear from any of them. And much like Friends, they've had like a whole resurgence. Like
Yeah.
we were talking about it when we went to the concert. We're like, oh my God, it was completely sold out. Like
wow.
the tickets weren't crazy. They were like, available to the public. Like it wasn't Taylor Swift, $8,000 a ticket.
It was not.
Yeah, well,
But
that's
it
worth
was like
it.
they
Swifties,
have
where
made
you
a
at?
comeback.
Swifties, where you at?
But it was
in the
cool. And
comments?
I think it's important for us to kind of like have that nostalgia and like think about how far we've come since we were straight in middle school.
We need it.
we need it.
We need it.
Joint
So-
tour win.
Yeah. I mean, to
Wow.
sum it up, I would say I think NSYNC is the best because I feel like they spoke to not the cookie cutter kids. Like we really saw ourselves in the style and like the bad boy image, the
Yeah.
no strings attached. Like I really resonated with that. And I feel like they made a deeper impact even for a shorter time where people were like, oh my God, NSYNC, of course, is amazing.